Hello, everyone. Welcome to Stan&Chelle show. Did you have a chance to watch our previous video with Gigi, the personal trainer? If you didn't have a chance after this interview, you're welcome to go and watch it. Today we have a special guest, one of the best person I know in the US. She's a professional, and I believe everything that she's gonna share with us will help you make a better career choice. Hello, Dr. Sarita. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for being part of the show. We appreciate you. And our first question, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Dr. Sarita Sharp. I'm born and raised in Indianapolis, Indiana. I went to undergraduate school in Columbia, South Carolina at a HBCU called Benedict College. And then I went to chiropractic school at Sherman College of Chiropractic, which is in Spartanburg. Since then, I moved back to my hometown of Indianapolis, Indiana, where I now practice, and I'm the owner and chiropractor at Alpha Health and Wellness. And
Woo!
yeah, I'm the team chiropractor for the Indianapolis soccer team, professional soccer team, Indy 11, and have worked with several athletes in the strongman world internationally and domestically as well. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
God bless your heart.
Yes.
Congratulations. Mhm.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And hopefully anybody that listens everything that you just say will help them boost themselves so they can become who they want to be in life. But
Exactly.
yes, can you tell us a little bit about being a doctor in the chiropractic field?
Yes, being a chiropractor is a beautiful opportunity for individuals such as myself to be able to touch and affect the lives of everyday people. You don't need a referral to see a chiropractor. A lot of people think that chiropractors are just a doctor for neck and back pain, but a chiropractor is actually someone who is dedicated to helping improve how the nervous system functions, which then makes the entire body function at an optimum level. So it can be provided as early as infancy. We have a lot of chiropractors that specialize with babies and pregnant moms, as well as people who work with the elderly, and then everybody in between. My personal preference is working with athletes, but I also love working with families as well, just keeping an individual healthy throughout their entire life.
Uh, that's good. Man, if I have time, I'll go back and learn about that field because it's interesting. And if someone wants to become a chiropractor, what are the steps that they need to follow so they can
Yes.
become?
So that's a really good question. You have to have a high school degree or diploma. You do not have to go to undergrad to become a chiropractor, but you do have to receive your prerequisites. I'm not 100% sure of the specific prerequisites, but I know that an undergraduate degree is not required. You do just have to have those prereqs completed before you make your application for chiropractic school. Once you get accepted into chiropractic school with those prerequisites or with a college diploma from a bachelor's, then you go and enroll into chiropractic school. The program is usually between 3.5 to 4 years. I actually finished in 4. During the process of you being in school, you will actually be taking your board exams, which there are 4 parts at the moment. You might switch that, but right now they're just 4 parts throughout your chiropractic career. So when you graduate, you should be licensed and ready to go ahead and start practicing. So there's no residency, no post work requirements. It's like once you graduate, you should be good to go.
That's good. So how's the market like for somebody who just finished? They have to do any internship or they can find a job just after they have their
Yeah,
certification.
so through every school is different. There are about 6 or 7 schools scattered across the country. Sherman, which is in Spartanburg, South Carolina, as I mentioned, they actually have a website that has job postings for chiropractors who are interested in retiring and wanting to sell their practice, or a website where you can associate with someone. You can also do something called POME, which is a program that Sherman has where you can spend the last, I believe it's 3 to 6 months, which is the last 2 quarters or 1 quarter, actually being placed in an office site where you can do an externship or your residency there. So you can kind of get a better feel of, do you want to work with or for someone, or do you kind of want your own practice? You can kind of get a feel about the business aspect of it, which is very important as a chiropractor to have that knowledge. And it kind of just gives you a everyday real world experience. That's like what it's like being a chiropractor, since you're leaving out of clinic and put into someone's office. But that's optional. It's not a requirement for some schools. It just depends on whatever school's program you enroll in.
That's good. So they need to do the research on whichever state they live on, and then live in, and then make the decision that they need to do
You
according to the state.
absolutely have to do a lot of research. In fact, I would encourage several people to shadow chiropractors before they, if they think they will want to pursue the career path of being a chiropractor, shadow a chiropractor and shadow several different types. It's really important to know that not all chiropractors practice the same. We have chiropractors who specialize, again, with just athletes, or specialize with kids, and kind of like a pediatric chiropractor. We have a geriatric chiropractor. We have chiropractors who specialize in diet and nutrition. It's very, very versatile. And the ability to provide adjustments comes in as much versatility as the type of specialist you can do. There's several chiropractors who don't even adjust with their hands anymore. They use several different types of equipment, activators, Atlas orthogonal, which is a very, very, very specific mathematically based chiropractic application, but that deals with the first two bones in your spine, that correlates with blood pressure, heart rate, muscle contraction and function. Just it deals with everything concerning your brainstem. So there are so many types of things that you can do. That was one of the reasons why I also chose chiropractic, was just because it is so versatile. You literally don't have to wake up and do anything that you don't want to do. You can do whatever you want to do.
That's good. That's good. Do anything that you want to do. That's awesome.
Exactly. The sky's the limit.
Amen. I like that. I like that. So you say like you prefer them to shadow somebody, and after they do that and decide to open their own business like you did, what exactly, what are the steps that they need to take for them to open their own?
Yeah, so there are several steps. And yeah, so this question actually goes very, very deep, just because it's not something that you're formally taught in chiropractic school. It's something that I learned just from talking to other business professionals that I know, and then kind of just going on my own. But the first thing you need to do, even before you open anything, is sit down with yourself. Definitely pray about it if you're a spiritual person. Kind of just take some time to reflect and say, is it something I really want to do? And then if you are feeling moved and compelled to make that decision, then you need to come up with a name. Then you need to come up with a logo or some type of image that associates with your office, something that would reflect you, but also the type of service that you're going to be providing to others. Then you need to decide, what type of business do you want to open? And this is where it starts getting really intense, because you have several categories. You can be an LLC, incorporated, a corporation. You could be a sole proprietor, or, it just gets very in depth. So you need to figure out, for tax basis, for tax reasons, what type of organization or business you want to become before you become it. Each one has pros and cons to being one versus the other. So that's something that you definitely have to look up. Just decide what article of business do you want to become, and then see your choices and then make your decision from there. And then at that point, you say, okay, I have my business name, I have an idea of a logo, and I know what kind of business I want to become. So then you go to your state house, and you can do this online too, but usually your state has a website. For Indiana, it's Indiana or in.gov. I'm sure every state probably has something very, very similar, but I'll have a tab where it's like open business or start a business. You go click on that website link, and it'll take you to a form where you'll print out or put in your business name, the type of business you want to become, and then an address, contact information, things like that. And you pay your money because, of course, there's going to be a fee involved. I believe to acquire or secure your name, I believe it's a $75 fee. And then to purchase your actual business into establishment, I believe it's $90 to $100, but it depends, I believe, on the type of business you decide to open. So just check with your state requirements to kind of get a specific understanding. But at that point, you wait a couple days, and then they'll send you back an email confirming whether you've been instated or activated. And then you are official at that point. You're basically a shell of a business at that point.
That's a lot of good information. And if you guys have some more questions that you like answers, and you can leave at the comment section below, and I'll make sure Dr. Sarita got them, and she'll give us the best answer possible.
Absolutely.
I mean, to go back it a little bit, for one person who really wants to become a chiropractor, and I know sometimes they can read some stuff online, what best advice can you give them, or something that they cannot find online that will help them make a better decision on this field? What kind of best advice that you can give?
The best advice I could give a student or just an individual who is trying to figure out whether they want to or don't want to be a chiropractor is definitely to shadow. I don't think they tell you that on the school's, suggested things to do. I feel like a lot of times students don't really know where to go. So they might go to like a guidance counselor or someone like that, and they may not think to have someone shadow. Shadowing is very common across any career field as you're searching to figure out what you want to do. But go into those shadowing opportunities with an open heart and an open mind. It's an opportunity if the professional allows you to come in and shadow them, use them as knowledge. Don't just sit and be a shadow. Like, ask questions, engage. Any questions that you have, use those resources. And another thing too is modesty, although it is highly praised, it tends to make you fall behind the cracks. So don't try to be too modest when trying to get information. It's like, if you want to know something, then ask so that you can just get it directly. You don't want to be waiting around for people to feed you information. You definitely have to be a go-getter, because something such as thinking that you have to have an undergrad degree, that's a huge decision. That's the difference between $45,000 of student debt or like $500 and just buying prerequisites. It's like, if you ask people, then they'll tell you that, and you can make a knowledgeable decision for yourself. However, if you do get your undergraduate degree, you have more flexibility because you have more of a baseline as to where you would want to go. So if you want to go into different programs, you'll have your prerequisites plus extra information to prepare you for the program. So I would just say, just ask whatever questions come to heart, come to mind. and also ask them to give you any like I'll say like little gemstones of information or nuggets of information that they may have as well.
Okay, awesome. All right, that's good. And for somebody who already shadow somebody and then they're ready to go out there on their own, can you tell a little bit about your own business, what you do, and what they need to be prepared for as a ownership as someone like you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So as a business owner, I actually opened my office in October 19th. I was official with the name, purchase, and all of that. I saw my first patient in October 2020. I'm sorry, January 2020. So I am almost 2 years in, and it's been such a blessing of a journey. I would say for myself, because there is no formalized business training, you really do have to figure out how you want to go about the business. Marketing is 100%, I would say marketing is 80% how you're going to get clients. Trying to figure out how you're going to get people in is something that you really have to reflect on. One, because it requires money in most cases. And two, the best referral that you can get is word of mouth. The problem with word of mouth is that the people who are spreading the word may not spread the exact correct word. So, and also too, it takes a long time for people to come into the office off referrals. So if you have some type of marketing background experience, social media presence, things like that, that'll definitely help kind of get your foot running, get your foot under you and get you running towards success. But as far as my business is concerned, finding the proper funding, you need to get with a banker, someone who you have a close relationship with. If you don't have one, it's a great opportunity to meet one and develop that relationship. Just go in, talk to the loan advisor, kind of establish a relationship with them, tell them your plans, and then they can guide you on your next steps of where you need to go, how much money you need to be looking for, what type of things you could put up as collateral in exchange for them giving you money and things like that. So there are quite a few steps, but when you are awarded your funding options, that really opens up the door to your creativity. So at the moment, I'm actually building out my new office. So you find a new location, you decide how do you want your office to look when people come in, how do you want them to feel? You want them to feel a certain way. And so it really is just whatever you dream as an individual just coming to life, like in front of you, everything from the colors to the lights, any artwork. Do you want it to be very technology based, or do you want it to be kind of like, spa like and comfortable? It really is just whatever you want it to be. So, having a good team of professionals behind you, an accountant, the banker, a tax preparer. If you have someone who does marketing and public relations, that would be an excellent resource to have as well. But you just need these people together to keep you on track because you, as a professional, I'm just a professional chiropractor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a banker. I'm not any of this other stuff. So you have to be ready and willing to meet and make a lot of relationships with a lot of people who can help you along the way.
That's a lot of good information. And can you tell us the location of your business? That way, somebody who live in your area want your service, they can contact you.
Absolutely. Yes. So currently I'm located at 39, no, I'm sorry, 3266 North Meridian Street. That is in Indianapolis, Indiana. 46208 is the zip code, and I'm in the lovely Suite 508. If you're familiar with Indianapolis, it's right by the Children's Museum, which is one of the more popular landmarks in the city. And in about probably, I would say for sure within the next year, I'll be moved to the new location, which is at 2802 Central Avenue. It's actually just about a mile away from where I'm currently at. The zip code for that address is 46205. So I would love to have you all come around and see the new facility, engage with the new staff member that we'll have on board. And we look forward to welcoming you to the environment.
And can you give like your contact info and your social media that they
Yes.
can
Okay.
follow?
That's obvious. Yes. So telephone number, if you have any questions, you can feel free to call or text 317-763-8711. Social media, I'll do Instagram because that's my most favorite. I hope that you follow. I would love to, connect with you all, but the handle is at Alpha Health and Wellness. I'm sorry, at Alpha Health Indy, ALPHAHEALTHINDY. And my Facebook is Alpha Health and Wellness. And it is as it sounds. So contact and connect with me either way. We can get you our monthly newsletters that we have coming out with information on how to be a healthier you, allergies, proper lifting, gardening tips, and anything else fun, raffles, and things that we have going on in the office.
Awesome. So viewers, if you live in the area, please go
That's
see
right.
Dr. Sarita, follow on social media, and you won't regret. So thank you, Dr. Sarita, for your time and to give us all this information. And we'll leave all this information at the description below too, the address, the phone number, the social media. That way you can easily find her. And Dr. Sarita, thank you for your time. And
yes, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. And just last thing for all the viewers, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm more than available to provide any assistance that I may be able to make you make the beautiful career choice of chiropractic.
awesome. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
That's right. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the button.
Click the button. Thank you, Doctor. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. You the same.